Well, Journal Record Capital correspondent Catherine Sweeney joins us with more stories making news in business this week. Catherine, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
During the legislative session, the warning from the oil and gas industry was that increasing the gross production tax would stifle their business. Do the recent quarterly earnings reports reflect that happening?
Well, we haven't seen the reports from every public company yet, but the ones that have come out are showing that they're either doing fairly well or remarkably well. These companies are drilling more heavily than they were this time last year by a bit. We have 141 active rigs right now. This time last year we had 125.
There's a new list of best companies to work for in Oklahoma. This was a Journal Record sponsored event. Tell us about it.
There's an organization called Best Companies Group, and they do this study where they assess which companies offer the best benefits, and companies compete for that award. They have been making these assessments for several years, but about 2 years ago we teamed up to have an event called Best Places to Work. Foundation Medical Staffing and Edward Jones have taken the top 2 spots for that event every year for 6 years, and that was the case this year too.
The Cherokee Nation and OSU are opening a medical school in Tahlequah. This is the first time for this, right?
It is. It'll be the first medical campus for a medical school that serves solely a tribal organization and Native Americans. So Oklahoma State's medical school is opening a 3rd campus in Tahlequah at the Indian Hospital there, W.W. Hastings, and it'll be opening in 2020. They're expected to have 50 people in their first class, but once they're fully operational, that'll be up to 200.
The Oklahoma Veterans Commission made their choice on where to build the replacement facility for the Veterans Center in Tallahena. Who benefits and what does it mean for Tallahena?
Well, the Tallahena Medical Center has been a big controversy in the veterans community for a long time. The facility is built in a very outdated building. It was meant to be a tuberculosis sanitarium. And there's some controversy about which party is responsible for the declining care in that area. Locals say that it's the state that's not handling the facility well, and the state says that the facility could be great if it moved. So the Veterans Commission decided that we need to close the Tallahena Center, and they gave a contract to Sallisaw for a new facility that will cost about $75 million to build.
Catherine Sweeney from the Journal Record, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.